You just wrote a post you are proud of. The words are good, but does it actually sound like your brand? Most of us hit publish and just hope for the best. Today, I'm going to show you a Claude skill that reads your marketing and points to the exact lines that goes off brand. It ranks them by how bad they are, then rewrites them for you, all before anything goes live. My name's Tony. I'm a consultant that have helped companies with marketing and AI to generate millions in pipeline and revenue. And on this channel, I show you how to use Claude and AI to get real results. Just steps you can copy today. The skill is called brand review. It lives in the marketing plugin within Claude. Here is the simple version. You give it a piece of content, it checks that content against your brand voice, your style rules, and your messaging. Then it flags every spot that drifts and tells you how to fix it. Think about who needs this. If more than one person writes for your business, your copy starts to sound like different people. Even solo, your Monday voice and your Friday voice are not the same. A brand review keeps all of it sounding like one brand. Let me show you where it is. Alright, first thing you want to do is go to claude.com/download and download the desktop app. So there's macOS and then there is a Windows. Next, you also want to make sure you are on a paid plan or higher for this to work. So go ahead and download the desktop app, follow the simple instructions, and open it. Awesome. Now, once you are in the app, you want to go to Cowork, go to Customize, then click on this plus button right here, Browse Plugin. Marketing is usually at the top, but if you don't see it, go ahead and type in Marketing. And I already have it installed, which is why it's showing this gear. Does not hit the plus sign, and you will get it installed. So let's go ahead and click in here. And the skill that we are going to be focusing on is called Brand Review. So let's read more into it. Here is the description of the Brand Review skill. Review content against your brand voice, style guide, and messaging pillars, flagging deviations by severity with specific before and after fixes. Use when checking a draft before it ships, when auditing copy of your voice consistency and terminology, or when screening for unsubstantiated claims, missing disclaimers, or other legal flags. So this is what we're going to use to make sure our brand sounds on point with what we have as our brand guideline. And below that, it's a lot more details of how to trigger. The input is going to be asking us so that it has the context before it does review. It shows the review process and so much more. This is by Anthropic themselves, and I really trust them with the marketing. So let's go ahead and test this out. We're going to go back, hit new tabs, and just click in here. And then I'm going to hit brand review. And I'm going to type in, let's just say, a launch email that I have over here. You can type /brand review, or you can just ask Claude to review or check or audit your content, and it starts on its own. Both ways work. Let's just put a launch email so that it has more context and go try. So right now it's working on it. So subject line, we are so excited to announce our game-changing new tool. A lot of exclamation points. Our revolutionary platform is the best on the market and will completely transform how you work. Sign up today and unlock your potential, right? So that sounds really bad. But that's the goal. I want to see how Claude use brand review skill to really check the work. All right, so ask us a few questions. Brand review details. Do you have brand guidelines I should use for this review? So ideally, you should already have something like this if you're established already, or you could give it someone else's brand guidelines you want to follow or copy and then add your own style to it. Brand review still runs a solid general check for clarity, for consistency, and for a professional tone. And here's the part people miss. It will also help you build your brand voice stock from scratch, so you can start with nothing and walk away with a real guide you reuse every time. But let's just for this purpose, we're going to skip this. Here's where you add all the files to give it as much context as possible, or you could put it in this text box. All right, let's see what kind of output it gave us. Overall assessment, this announcement relies heavily on hyperbolic claims without evidence and uses overexcited language that undermines credibility. The tone reads pushy rather than inviting, and several claims expose you as a compliant risk, right? So it's definitely honing in on that this email is terrible. Strength, the call to action is clear and direct. Here is the key improvement, and here is the detail finding in the table format. This makes it so easy to read, to understand where the problem is. So the first issue is giving us this part. Location is telling us what line in that email needs to be changed best on the market. Severity is high, so suggestion remove or qualify with evidence. Best requires proof and advice challenge. So ideally, I should put some type of case study in there or what type of clients I worked with in the past to prove we are the best on the market. Let's go on the second one, vague value promise. Completely transform how you work. That doesn't mean anything. There's no specific details on that. So the severity is high. Suggestion is replaced with specific credible benefits. What actually changes? By how much? So it's giving me ideas on how to improve the email and make it Legal and compliance flags. So bad claims, best on the market, completely transform how you work. These are subjective claims without evidence. If challenged, you can't back them up, remove, qualify, or support with data. Here is the quiet feature that is a big deal. Brand review, always check for legal and compliance problem. Even when you have no brand doc loaded, it looks for claims you cannot back up. Words like fastest or only. It looks for missing disclaimers on money or health claims. It looks for comparison to competitors that could get challenged. For a small business with no legal team, that is a free second set of eyes. Revise section. So Claude already do the work to improve the content. Here's the before and here's the after. We're excited to announce tool name designed to specific benefit. So it's not vague anymore. We're giving the person we're launching this email to very detailed information. Tool name helps team concrete outcome, early user reports, specific metric if available. Start a free trial today. Not beforehand, if I already gave Claude all the context of what I'm trying to accomplish, if I gave it all the data, if I gave it all the content, if I gave it all the brand guideline, it will already fill these brackets out for me. We're going to save us a ton of time with this. So here's the next steps. What will help most right now? Revise the full announcement with the suggestion that applied. Focus on just removing the high severity issues. Help you document your brand voice so future reviews align with your intended tone. So this part can help me build that out for me. And then we can use that for future content review as well. So that is the brand review. You want to use this every time you're about to launch something new. I can't take it as it is, or I can tweak it. Real quick, if you got something out of this video, hit subscribe. I post videos like this every week. 2 tips to make this better. 1, you do not have to review one thing at a time. Paste several pieces and it reviews as a batch. It's great before a big week of posts. 2, save your brand style guide once in your settings, and brand review uses it automatically every time. No pasting your guidelines again. So here's the one thing to take with you. Before you publish anything, drop it into Claude and run brand review. In a few seconds, you're going to get a ranked list of what is off plus the fixes. Your content sounds like one brand. The recent claims get caught early. If you want to get more out of the marketing plugin, watch this next video on the end screen. I will walk you through competitor analysis so you can beat the people you are competing with. I will see you there.